Hi guys, it's Phil coming at you with a brand new video on my brand new channel, Phil on Films. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, I will be showing you my entire Steelbook collection today, although before we get into that, I thought I'd give you an overview of all the Blu-rays that I own. As you can see, I own far too many. I've never cared to count them, but it must be hundreds. I own in the region of about 100, 120 Steelbooks, of which I'll be showing you all of those today. You can see Olaf and Rhino sitting over there. I do run a movie blog where I review the latest theatrical releases, and I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so check out the links to those in the description box below. Anyway, without further ado, here's my entire Steelbook collection. Enjoy. Okay, we'll kick things off with 10,000 BC. Not the best way to get this video underway, but still, it's got printed ratings logos, a printed Blu-ray banner, and printed information, and it's not a particularly great film. Things can only get better from here. Okay, and we've got the Adjustment Bureau. Very nice, decent film as well, and a nice steelbook. Next up we have Akira, or Akira, never quite sure how you're going to pronounce that. There are some dents in this steelbook right there, don't know if you can make those out, there's a couple on there, which are pretty annoying. Nice front cover artwork, nothing going on the back. Avatar. Not really a big fan of this film. The steelbook's okay. Obviously you've got the printed ratings logos on there again, and the printed banner at the top, and a printed back as well. I'd forgotten about that. So yeah, actually this steelbook is pretty shit, to be honest. Next up is Battle Royale, and I've got two of these steelbooks. Both of these are still sealed, as you can see. I got gifted one of these and I bought one of these, and I've not got around to watching the film, so hence why both are still sealed. I'll get around to selling one of these at some point. The Big Lebowski. This is a German release, I believe. Not too much going on the back there, printed information. Nice front cover. Not the Coen's best movie in my opinion, but still pretty decent. Cars 2. Such a pointless sequel. The first one was okay, but this one was really, really bad. They're making a third one as well, I believe. Not a particularly great steelbook. Printed information on the back. Not a bad front cover though. Cloverfield. A steelbook that's meant to look a little beat up, as you can see on the back there, and on the front. Got sort of dents and damage to it. Looks pretty nice. Contraband, starring Mark Wahlberg. This is a German release. Picked this one up from Amazon Germany. It's a pretty bad film, but at the same time it's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me as well. Now I'm not sure if this one is actually classified as a steelbook or not, but I like to think it is, and that is The Dark Knight and Batman Begins double pack. It's quite a thick one, this, which is why I'm not sure whether or not it's a steelbook, but I'm pretty sure it is. It features both movies in here. I think it includes just a regular disc that you got in the other Blu-rays. But yeah, this one was a limited numbered edition. I got number 48, which I was pretty pleased about. But yeah, they're the first two movies on steelbook. Next up is The Dark Knight Rises. For me, the best in the Dark Knight trilogy. I thought The Dark Knight was so good. And to make a film like this that follows it up as well as it did was absolutely extraordinary. Steelbook's really great too. Great front and back cover artwork. Dark Shadow, starring Johnny Depp. A film I've never seen. Picked this one up really cheap second hand. Nice artwork, front and back. Look at that for artwork. This is an Arrow release of Demons and Demons 2. For me, Demons is the better film, but they're both sort of guilty pleasures of mine. Terrific steelbook here, great artwork. On one side you've got the first film, and the second side you've got the second film. Fantastic steelbook. The Devil's Double, starring Dominic Cooper. And the amount of gold on this I actually think makes it look worse. Ironically, I actually think it makes it look a bit cheap and a bit tacky. Die Hard with a Vengeance. This was a gift from my girlfriend. Pretty decent film this, I think. Not as good as the first one obviously, but better than the second. Not loads of artwork going on, but it's pretty nice. As you can see, the artwork does wrap around. Decent steelbook. Django Unchained. Fantastic looking steelbook, this one. I loved the film. It was maybe a bit too long and a bit too indulgent, but other than that, I thought it was terrific. Brilliant front cover artwork, and looks great on the back as well. Really happy with this one. Next up is Drive, and this is one of my favourite steelbooks. There's not loads going on, but the imagery is so nice. The film itself, terrific. First time I watched it, I liked it. Second time I watched it, I absolutely loved it, and now it's one of my favourite films of all time. Next up we have E.T. Great movie obviously, and a pretty nice steelbook as well. Nice front cover artwork, and pretty good on the back as well. End of Watch. A very good film this. Really enjoyed it a lot, and the steelbook's very nice as well. Good front and back cover art. And here we have the original Evil Dead. Not the biggest fan of these films, but they are obviously very good. Great artwork, front and back there. Really nice steelbook. Next we have The Exorcist. One of the best horror films of all time. It really is fantastic. This is a Canadian release and a brilliant steelbook as well. Love the front cover artwork there. Not loads going on the back, but a nice image. Fantastic movie. The Expendables. Nothing too special with these films, but they're good popcorn action. Nice artwork on this one, although nothing too great. Fargo by the Coen brothers. For me, it's their best film, and I also think it's one of the best films of all time. The steelbook, on the other hand, isn't amazing. There's been a lot of criticism about this one. It is nice, I do like it, but there's nothing too special about it. This is the new release, it's the remastered release, and it does look very good on Blu-ray, so I still recommend picking this one up. Fast and Furious 5. This is a quad steelbook, I think they call them. And yeah, it's probably my favourite Fast and Furious movie. None of them are particularly great, but all sort of guilty pleasures of mine. And the back artwork is very nice indeed. So yeah, really like this steelbook a lot. And next we've got Fight Club. Probably my favourite David Fincher film. And a nice steelbook as well. Good front artwork there. Nice back too. So yeah, great film, reasonably good steelbook. Final Destination 5. Printed ratings logos on the front there, which is never good. Nothing really going on the back. Not a great movie either. None of these in the series are. But I picked this one up really cheaply second hand. Next up is the Fly steelbook. As you can see at the bottom there, this is the 1958 film, not the David Cronenberg version. There is a steelbook for that, and I'll be getting that shortly. I like both films. I do prefer the Cronenberg version, but this is still very good. Nice steelbook as well. There's some nice embossing here on the Fly text, and a really nice back too. And here we have Ghostbusters. Great steelbook, this one. Love the artwork on the front there. And that's terrific back artwork as well. Top steelbook, and obviously a very good film. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Not quite as good as the original Swedish version in my opinion, but still a very good film. And I really do like the steelbook a lot. Nice front artwork. Not a lot going on the back. However, this image does sort of wrap around. So you can see it coming on the front there. So yeah, nice steelbook. And here we have Goldeneye. One of the better 007 films in my opinion. I never really thought he stood up to the likes of Sean Connery, and I do prefer the earlier Bonds, but this was pretty good, I have to say. Nice front cover artwork. Looks great on the back. I don't think it was that expensive either when it came out. So yeah, a very good pickup indeed. Next up, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. One of the best films ever made. I mean, it's certainly one of the best westerns of all time, and for me, one of my favourite ever films. Love the artwork there on the front. I think it looks great. The back, not so much, but really terrific front cover there. Amazing movie. And here we have Gravity in 3D. This was my favourite film of 2013. I think it's absolutely terrific. And finally, a film that warrants 3D. It's the only film we've had so far that I think genuinely needed the 3D treatment. I think it looks great on Blu-ray, it looked great in IMAX, and I thoroughly recommend you pick it up. Fantastic steelbook as well. Brilliant front cover artwork there. Pretty nice on the back too. So yeah, this one is highly recommended. Everyone loves The Great Escape. Terrific film here. Nice artwork on the front. It's very sort of shiny. The bike here really does reflect the light nicely. And a nice shot on the back there as well. Next up is the Green Hornet. No text on the front there or on the back, but it does love fingerprints. And here we have the original and best Halloween. This came out last year, I believe. Nice image on the back there, and a decent front as well. It's got a border around the edge. Maybe a little too much writing, but pretty nice steelbook. Next up is Hanna. Really nice steelbook, this one. Love the blue in her eyes on there. Nice front cover artwork. It's a really shiny finish, a bit like the Great Escape steelbook I showed earlier. Not bad back artwork, but yeah, decent steelbook this one. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Not a big fan of this film, but I picked this one up second hand really cheaply, which is why there's a few dents and marks on there. Not sure if you can make those out. Printed ratings logos on the front, printed Blu-ray banner, printed information on the back, and I'm not a big fan of the film. Next up is The Hobbit. This is the first one in the series, An Unexpected Journey. Nice front cover artwork there. For me, it's the best scene in the film where these two characters meet. And a nice back cover as well. And following on from that, we have the Desolation of Smaug. Really good film in my opinion. Actually better than the first one. This is in 3D, this Blu-ray. Great front cover artwork. Nice on the back as well. And here we have Hulk. This is the 2003 garbage edition. You can see him smashing through the back of the steelbook there. But the less said about this one, the better. And here we have the Human Centipede first sequence and second sequence. As you can see, I've not opened this one yet. I do own the Blu-rays of both of these already, so I have obviously seen them and have no need to open this one just yet. I will get round to it at some point though. Looks pretty nice steelbook. And this is The Hunger Games. It's the first film. I saw the second film last year and really enjoyed it. In fact, I preferred it to this one. Biggest crime here though is that Jennifer Lawrence does not appear anywhere on this steelbook. Not even on the inside artwork, of which there is none. Very disappointing. The Hurt Locker. Nice image on the front there. As you can see, no text whatsoever. Front or back. Inception. I've got loads of releases of this film, which is why I haven't opened this steelbook. Regular Blu-rays, box sets and all that good stuff. This is the German release. Not rare or anything, I just haven't decided to open it because I've got so many other releases, but it's really good to have this one. Jaws. Lovely artwork on the front of this release. Really like that a lot. Nothing, however, going on the back. If you're a fan of Jaden Smith, please let me know. I've not found anyone that can stand him. He was pretty bad in this, and he was terrible in After Earth. Really, really bad movies. Yeah, such a pointless remake. Another German release here. This is, of course, for Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2. Picked this one up fairly cheaply off Amazon Germany. Far too busy for my liking, too much going on text-wise, but great movies. And next up is King of New York, starring Christopher Walken. I've never actually seen this film, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. I got this one fairly recently. It is an Arrow release, not loads going on the back, but a nice colour scheme. and a great front cover. Probably my most gruesome steelbook, and this is Lady Snowblood. It's an Arrow release, pretty nice imagery, I have to say, front and back. The picture's a little bit blurry, but you can forgive it for that. And now we have Looper. As you can see, this one is unopened. I do own the regular Blu-ray edition of Looper, and therefore I've not had the real need to open this one just yet, so not a lot I can show you here. I'm going to call this video a day at this point. I've shown you quite a few steelbooks already, and this video is getting quite long, so I'm going to make a part 2. There's loads more steelbooks to come. I'm not even halfway through my collection. I'll leave a link to part 2 underneath this video, so click on that and check it out. Thanks a lot everyone for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.